You've felt it your entire life, a glitch in reality. They programmed you to believe you're just another body, another statistic. But what if that's the biggest lie ever told? What if you're not human, but a frequency disguised as flesh? Ancient wisdom whispers a forgotten truth. You're a hue-man, not human. Hue-man. Hue means color, vibration, pure energy. They stripped your true identity, buried your real power. But today, everything changes. In this video, I'm going to reveal the forbidden blueprint they never wanted you to see. Your energy isn't just a concept, it's a weapon, a portal, a gateway to dimensions they've kept hidden. Miss this, and you'll remain trapped. Let me ask you something strange, but real. Why do saints in ancient art always have light around their heads? Why do mystics across cultures say you are the light? And why do you feel different, like there's something inside you trying to wake up? Because the truth is, you were never just flesh and blood. You are light. You are frequency encoded in a body. They called you hue-man, not human as in some fragile creature. Hue is color, color is frequency. You are pure vibration, cloaked in biology, a walking transmitter. Science backs this up, but nobody talks about it. Your body emits light, biophotons. Your heart and brain generate electromagnetic fields that ripple outward, affecting people, places, even probability itself. You're 99.99% empty space, vibrating in form. You're not solid matter, you're organized energy. But here's where it gets divine. There's another version of you, right now, living in a different dimension. It reflects your emotional and mental state, like a quantum twin. Jean-Pierre Garnier Mallet called it the quantum double. It responds to your inner dialogue. It collapses timelines. It co-creates your future based on what you believe and feel. Neville Goddard said it plain and simple. Imagination is the only reality. He wasn't being poetic. He meant literally. Your imagination is a command center that instructs the quantum field through the double. So when you think a thought, especially charged with emotion, it echoes into the field. It doesn't just stay in your head. It goes to work, selecting which future you align with. Now take a breath, because if this is true, and it is, then every moment you've ever said, "I'm not enough," or "it won't work," you were programming your own downfall. But the reverse is also true. Every clear, coherent, high-frequency thought is a new timeline waiting to be chosen. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't need to become this. You are this. You've just been taught to forget. You are a living beam of light, shaping reality with every thought you allow, every word you speak. You are not a victim. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are frequency. You are power. You are a hue-man creator. And now that you remember, it's time to reclaim the signal. Say it with me. I am light. I am aligned. I am creating my future now. Ready to go deeper? Because next, I'm going to show you how they hacked your mind to make sure you never found this out. Let's get real. If you were born with this kind of power, why don't you know about it? Why isn't this taught in schools? Why don't institutions shout this from every rooftop? Because they couldn't control you if you remembered. So they programmed you to forget. From the moment you were born, the conditioning began. Not evil people in suits, just systems designed to keep you small. They told you God was outside of you, far away. That salvation comes later, if you're lucky. School taught you facts, not how to feel. How to obey, not how to listen to your intuition. Society rewarded you for fitting in, not for waking up. They gave you a name, a number, a set of beliefs and said, "This is who you are." And when you questioned it, you were called weird, naive, or rebellious. But here's the glitch in the matrix. You always felt it. A whisper, a hum, a knowing that you're not just a person, that you came here for something more. The truth is, you weren't born in sin. You were born in signal. Your mind, is a tuner. Your emotions are the dial. But if they can jam your frequency with fear, with shame, with noise, they keep you out of alignment with your power. Think about it. Every ad, every news headline, every cultural fear loop, it's all noise. It scrambles your signal, makes you forget what you are: a creator, a broadcaster, a receiver, a being who literally shapes probability based on inner alignment. They made you believe life happens to you, but you're about to remember, it happens through you. So if you've felt lost, stuck, or like something's missing, it's not your fault. You've been fed a diet of limitation. But now you're seeing the cracks. Now you're remembering the signal. And once you remember, you can never go back. Stay with me. Because up next, I'm going to show you the actual science and the suppressed ancient wisdom behind how you really create reality. We're talking quantum double, multiple timelines, no fluff, no BS. Just the truth they never wanted you to know. Let's go. All right, now we go deep. You've heard of the law of attraction, right? Think positive, and good things happen. But let's be honest, that's surface level fluff. That's the law of distraction. The truth is way more advanced and way more real. Let me introduce you to the quantum double. According to physicist Jean-Pierre Garnier-Mallet, there's another you, right now, in another dimension. It's not fantasy, it's physics. This double doesn't just copy you, it responds to you. It takes the signals you send, your thoughts, your emotions, your desires, and it starts collapsing timelines. Imagine your life like a streaming platform such as Netflix. You've got thousands of episodes you could watch. The quantum double is the one flipping through the options, based on your internal state. If your mind is cluttered, if you're doubting yourself, it picks chaos. But when you're clear, consistent, emotionally aligned, it locks in the timeline you actually want. That's not manifestation, it's quantum selection. Here's the shocker. This all happens in microseconds, mostly while you're sleeping. That's why your thoughts before bed are crucial. You're literally handing the controls to your quantum double, saying, here's the vibe, here's what I'm aligned with, let's go. This isn't magic, it's mechanics and the law of attraction. That's just the training wheels version of this. You don't wish things into reality. You tune into the version of you that already has it. You vibrate at that level. You choose it moment by moment. And the quantum double? It delivers, every time. But only when your signal is clean. Let this sink in. Every fear, distortion, every contradiction, static, every clear, heart-led thought, a timeline activated. So no, your thoughts aren't just thoughts. They're blueprints. They're timelines in waiting. You're not hoping anymore. You're choosing. Say this out loud. I choose clarity. I choose alignment. I choose the highest version of me. Because from here on out, you're not asking for miracles. You're collapsing into them. And now that you know how this really works, next, I'm giving you the exact methods to make it happen. Tonight. No gurus, no fluff. Just pure quantum reality shifting that actually works. Are you ready? Because these aren't rituals. They're quantum recalibrations. Simple, direct, powerful. If you use them, they will change your life. Step 1. The quantum night reset. Right before sleep, your mind is in a unique state, half here, half in the field. That's your access point. Here's what to do. Replay the day in your mind. Where did you feel regret, fear, hesitation? Now, imagine yourself choosing differently. Speak to your quantum double, literally. Say, I made that choice, but it no longer serves me. I choose this new path. Reset the signal. Align the field. You're not just daydreaming. You're sending corrective instructions to the part of you that navigates timelines. People have done this and woken up to unexpected calls, money appearing, relationships healing, because you shifted the track before the next day began. Step 2. Hue frequency meditation. You've heard of chakra meditations. This is deeper. Each color, each hue is a code, a frequency that tunes you back to your original signal. Breathe in red. Feel grounded, secure, anchored. Breathe in blue. Clear communication, mental peace. Breathe in violet. Divine alignment, intuitive activation. Do this slowly, eyes closed, while visualizing light entering your body. Don't just meditate, modulate. You're not calming your mind, you're tuning your field. Say it as you do it. I align with truth. I broadcast clarity. I remember who I am. Step 3. Instant recode ritual. This one's raw, and it works. Take a pen. Write down the old beliefs that are running your life. I'm always broke. I'm not lovable. I don't know how to change. Now burn it, rip it, destroy it. Then immediately write the opposite. I am financially aligned. I radiate love. I shift with ease. And here's the secret. Hear them aloud. Your voice carries frequency. Sound waves alter matter. You are literally reprogramming the field with your words. Do this consistently, and reality will shift to match. Step 4. The 72-hour quantum window. This is for bold creators only. No second guessing, no doubt. For 72 hours, choose one vision. Hold it with emotion. Speak it, feel it, and do not contradict it. If you want love, you cannot say, "People always leave." If you want money, you cannot complain about lack. This isn't suppression, it's precision, it's coherence. Say, for the next 72 hours, I collapse the timeline of my highest good. It is already done. I align now. People who've done this have experienced insane shifts. Job offers out of nowhere, healed illnesses, reunions they never thought possible. Because when you hold clean energy, the field has no choice but to respond. This is not theory. This is tested, and it's yours now. No one is coming to save you. Because you don't need saving. You just needed the tools. Now you have them. And next, I'll show you why, despite all of this, most people still stay stuck, and how you'll never make that mistake again. Let me tell you a story. Actually, two. First, there was a guy, let's call him Chris. He was disciplined. Every morning he journaled his goals, repeated affirmations, listened to motivational audio. He even had a sticky note on his mirror that said, "I am confident, I am successful, I am enough." But here's what kept happening. He'd walk into rooms and feel invisible. He'd overthink every conversation, replay every mistake. He couldn't seem to land the job, the girl, the opportunity, no matter how hard he tried. On the outside, he looked like he was doing all the right things. But inside, he still felt like that awkward 14-year-old kid who never quite fit in. He believed he wasn't good enough, that everyone else had something he didn't. And that's what the field responded to. Not his words, his vibration. Because in this universe, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are aligned with. Then there was Amanda. She wrote affirmations every day, vision boards, grounding in nature, all of it. But she kept attracting the same toxic relationships over and over. She was doing everything right on the surface. But deep inside, she didn't believe she was lovable. She doubted herself. She feared being abandoned. And that's what the field responded to, not her words, her vibration. Because in this universe, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are aligned with. That's the glitch in the system. You can say, "I am wealthy" 1,000 times, but if you're feeling panic while saying it, guess what you're actually creating? More lack, more fear, more misalignment. So how do you stop sabotaging? You get real with yourself. Ask, what do I silently believe that contradicts what I loudly affirm? Where am I trying to force the field instead of aligning with it? Here's the shift: clarity over chaos, coherence over contradiction. Let go of wanting. Wanting is lack energy. Start being. Start feeling as if it's already yours. Not pretending, but embodying. Say, I no longer chase. I align. I trust. I broadcast wholeness. This is why your affirmations haven't worked before, because your subconscious was speaking louder than your mouth. But now you know better. You're not just saying the words. You're becoming the signal. You don't beg the field. You program it with precision, because the moment you stop broadcasting doubt, the field stops echoing failure. And what comes next? You'll see why even group meditations, collective healing, and well-intended rituals fail unless this one thing is in place. We're going even deeper. You've heard this before. Your thoughts create your reality. But let's get one thing straight. This isn't just spiritual talk. It's science. And the deeper you look into quantum physics, the more it begins to sound exactly like ancient mysticism. Let's start with the most disruptive experiment in scientific history, the double-slit experiment. Physicists shot particles through two slits. Simple, right? But when they observed the particles, they changed behavior. The act of observation collapsed the wave of possibilities into a single outcome. Translation: reality doesn't exist until you focus on it. Let that sink in. You're not just walking through life. You're selecting reality, frame by frame, with your awareness. They told you consciousness comes from the brain. But quantum mechanics tells us consciousness affects matter. Now meet entanglement. Two particles separated by space still talk to each other instantly. Change one, the other reacts, no delay. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. But it's not spooky. It's proof of what mystics said all along. Everything is connected. You're not separate from anything, not people, not time, not space. You're in a field, a web, the same unified intelligence that mystics called God or Source. Science now calls the quantum field. And your thoughts? They're not floating around meaninglessly. They're frequencies, electric and magnetic instructions fired into the field. Let's go deeper. Your heart generates a magnetic field 5,000 times stronger than your brain. It broadcasts data into your environment, affecting other people and your timeline. This isn't a metaphor. It's been measured. Your biology is a transmitter. Your pineal gland? A quantum antenna, sensitive to light, vibration, and subtle electromagnetic shifts. Ancients drew it as the Eye of Horus. Modern science calls it the seat of intuition and higher perception. So when you visualize, when you feel gratitude in advance, when you emotionally tune in to the version of you who already has the thing you desire, you're doing more than imagining. You're firing signals into a responsive universe. This is not woo. This is the architecture of reality. Still doubt it? Physicist David Bohm believed the universe is not made of things, but relationships. That particles don't exist in isolation. They exist in potentials waiting to be observed. Think about that. Nothing is real until you emotionally choose it. Your job isn't to create from scratch. Your job is to select the timeline that already exists. That's what your quantum double does. It navigates probability fields based on your state of coherence. That's why Neville Goddard's line, "Imagination is the only reality," wasn't poetic. It was quantum law. And here's what's wild. Modern spiritual thinkers like Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, Tom Campbell, they're saying the same thing in different language. You are in a participatory universe, and your signal shapes what happens next. So what's the takeaway? Consciousness is not the side effect. It's the source code. You are the observer, the projector, the creator. Your beliefs bend photons. Your focus writes the frame. Your emotion selects the outcome. Say this with me. I don't obey reality. I generate it. My awareness is the force. My emotion is the code. And now that science has confirmed what the mystics always knew, let's break down what frequency you're actually on and how to finally tune it like a master. Let's map your vibration. Now let's get brutally honest. You can talk manifestation, you can chant affirmations, but if your frequency isn't aligned, nothing sticks. So here's the real question. What vibration are you actually broadcasting? Right now? Not what you say you feel. What your field is actually pulsing into the quantum. Because the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your dominant signal, the one you carry when you're not performing. Let's decode it. There's a map. Originally developed by Dr. David Hawkins. It charts levels of consciousness measured in frequency. This isn't philosophy. It's been verified through kinesiology, emotion mapping, and quantum field testing. Here's how it works. At the bottom, shame, 20 Hz. Guilt, 30 Hz. Fear, 100 Hz. Anger, 150 Hz. All of these are states of low coherence. They distort your field. They collapse your timeline potential. Ever wonder why everything seems stuck when you're anxious, jealous, or full of self-doubt? That's your signal. And the field mirrors it back. Every time. But move upward. Courage. Do sense Hertz. This is the tipping point. The first vibration of truth. Love, 500 Hertz. A coherent, healing field. Magnetic, resilient, creative. Gratitude, 540 Hertz. The vibration of already having. The frequency of manifestation before matter. And at the top, peace, 600 plus Hertz. Enlightenment, 700 to 1000 Hertz. These aren't abstract states. They're data, broadcasted from your nervous system into the quantum field. And here's what changes everything. You don't move up the scale by force. You move up through awareness and choice. Let's make this practical. Ask yourself, daily. When I wake up, what emotion do I feel first? When things don't go my way, what's my automatic response? Do I hold on to frustration? Or do I realign quickly? Am I emotionally congruent with the version of me I say I'm becoming? If the answer is no, good. Now you know what to clean. Remember, manifestation isn't just vision boards, it's emotional hygiene. If your energy is reactive, contradictory, or stuck in survival mode, you're not in flow, you're in friction. So how do you shift? Try this. Step 1. Name the state. Don't run from fear or anger. Acknowledge it. Truth clears distortion. Step 2. Breathe through it. Long exhale equals nervous system reset equals signal reset. Step 3. Replace, don't suppress. Find a feeling just one level up. Don't jump from fear to love. Go from fear to hope. Step 4. Speak the shift. Your voice's vibration. Say it out loud. I raise my frequency now. I breathe in alignment. I choose peace. Step 5. Track your baseline. Not your peaks. Your default. That's what the field responds to. Let this hit hard. Your frequency isn't just affecting you. It's radiating into relationships, into spaces, into the very options reality offers you. And the more stable your signal, the faster your quantum double collapses the timeline you actually want. This isn't about being positive. It's about being clear, consistent, coherent. So here's your new mantra. I don't fake high vibes. I stabilize my signal. I don't chase change. I become the broadcast. Ready to take this from theory to full activation? Next, I'll walk you through a 7-day energetic reprogramming that will hardwire this into your body, mind, and field for real. Let's initiate. This is it. No more waiting for a sign. This is your sign. A 7-day energetic protocol to recalibrate your signal, rewire your field, and activate the version of you that already exists in the quantum. You don't need years of healing. You need 7 days of coherence, focused, aligned, and unwavering. So here's the challenge. No skipping, no second guessing. No, I'll start tomorrow. You start now, because the quantum doesn't respond to intention alone. It responds to signal plus action plus integrity. Let's break it down. Day 1. Cleanse the static. Theme: emotional detox and signal clarity. What's blocking you from alignment? Doubt, shame, rage, guilt, whatever it is, we're facing it. Write down every emotion that's been weighing you down. Speak it out loud. Don't filter it. Then say, I release what no longer serves. I clear the noise. I command clarity. End the day with the quantum night reset, because you can't align with your future while broadcasting your past. Day 2. Remember the code. Theme: reconnection to your hue-man blueprint. This day is about remembering who the hell you really are. Do the hue frequency meditation, but slow it down. 1 color per breath cycle. Journal: if I were already the creator of my reality, how would I act, think, speak, and feel today? Speak the answers out loud. This is your code readout. Affirm proudly, I am not lost. I'm encoded with truth, and I'm decoding it now. Day 3. Tune the field. Theme: daily emotional resonance and environmental reset. You've cleared, you've remembered. Now it's time to tune. Clean your space, clean your phone, clean your energy. Add vibrational cues. Solfeggio tones, specific colors, natural light, movement. Say this as a command. I now stabilize the frequency of my highest self. My field is tuned. My reality is catching up. Because you don't rise by thinking. You rise by tuning. Day 4. Speak the shift. Theme: vocal reprogramming and sound activation. Your voice is a frequency wand, and it's time to use it. Morning. Stand tall. Speak 10 affirmations as declarations, not wishes. Midday, sing, chant, or hum. Move the energy, move the sound. Night, whisper to your double. Declare the outcome. Not the desire, the outcome. Say, my words are quantum. My voice reshapes matter. Day 5, embody the future now. Theme: embodiment and timeline lock-in. This is the tipping point. Today, you become the version of you who already has the thing. Wear what that version would wear. Walk how they walk. Eat how they eat. Make decisions as if it's already done. Say, I am no longer waiting. I am collapsing the delay. My future is present. Because you don't attract your future. You remember it into the now. Day 6, field testing. Theme: trust in the unknown and response from the quantum. You've been transmitting all week. Now you let the field respond. Stay radically present. Watch for signs, synchronicities, glitches, messages. Write down every coincidence, no matter how small. End the day with the 72-hour quantum window. 1 clear vision. Lock it in. 0 contradiction. Say, I trust the unseen. I dance with the quantum. I move as the creator. Day 7. Signal lock. Theme: integration and identity reinforcement. This isn't the end. It's the anchoring. Journal. What did I feel, notice, or shift in these 7 days? Reread everything you wrote on day 1. Feel how much has changed. Record a voice memo to your future self. This is who I am now, I don't go back. Final affirmation. I am the signal. I am the selector. I am the master of my field. Because you don't need a miracle. You are the miracle remembering itself. And that's it. 7 days, 1 field, 1 signal, infinite potential. Now imagine this. Thousands of people doing this challenge at the same time. Aligning, activating, rewriting timelines together. That's not a challenge. That's a field shift. Ready for the final download? Because next, we talk prophecy, purpose, and why your awakening is part of something way bigger than just you. Let's finish this transmission. Because you didn't just stumble onto this video, you were summoned by a signal, one your soul's been waiting for. And if you've made it this far, there's something you need to understand. This awakening you're experiencing, it's not personal, it's prophetic. Ancient texts across cultures spoke of a time, our time, when the world would fall into deep forgetting, when humanity would be buried under layers of illusion, control, division. But they also spoke of a return, a reactivation, the rise of the creators. The Hopi prophecy said there would come a time of great shaking, physically, socially, spiritually, and that during this time, those who walk the path of the heart would rise. They called them the Rainbow Warriors, those who remembered the codes of light, sound, and vibration. Hue-man, rainbow, frequency. Still think that word was a coincidence? In the Vedic yugas, this time we're in now, the Kali Yuga, is the darkest age of forgetting. But it's also the threshold, the point where some awaken. And when they do, they don't just save themselves. They shift the timeline of humanity itself. Because when enough coherent signals broadcast truth, the field responds. Reality bends, systems collapse, the earth resets. You are not waking up alone, you are waking up with others, connected through the invisible web of awareness. And together, you're tipping the scales. So what's your role? You're not here to be perfect. You're not here to escape. You're here to remember, and then embody. To transmit, not just transform. To shift your signal so high, so clearly, that you pull others out of distortion by standing next to them. You're here to anchor the new earth, a reality where power isn't hoarded, it's remembered. Where healing isn't bought, it's broadcast. Where leadership doesn't come from titles, but from frequency. But don't get it twisted. This isn't about becoming some enlightened guru. This is about becoming you, the truest, clearest, most coherent version of yourself. The one your quantum double already knows. Because when you rise, the field shifts. And when enough of us rise, we collapse the old paradigm and build the new one in its place. Say this now. Really say it. I am not alone. I am one of many remembering the code. I rise, not just for me, but for all. You are the return the ancients spoke of. You are the prophecy fulfilled. You are the hue-man awakening. And now that you've remembered, the final step is simple. Act like it. Because the new earth doesn't come someday. It comes the moment we align with it. And now, you're already in it. Let's seal this with one final breath, one final command, one final activation. Let's go all the way back to your first breath. Not the moment they stamped a name on your birth certificate. The moment your soul dropped into this body, this light-coded vehicle. Because your birth wasn't random, it was engineered. Not by them, by you. You chose to incarnate at this time in this body, on this planet, not to be a victim of matter, but to master it. But here's the glitch they never wanted you to decode. You weren't born into a body. You were born into a blueprint, a sacred geometry of frequency and form, a living, breathing fusion of light, photons, sound, vibration, water, conductor of memory and frequency. You are the most advanced biotechnology in the known universe. Let's break it down. Your aura isn't New Age fantasy. It's a measurable electromagnetic field. Your chakras aren't metaphors. They're energy centers that regulate frequency flow. Your pineal gland, a crystalline structure that acts as a quantum antenna, linked to intuition, time perception, and multidimensional awareness. You weren't born helpless. You were born encoded. Your DNA holds more than physical instructions. It holds spiritual code, light language sequences that activate when you're in alignment. That's why people wake up spontaneously after breathwork, near-death experiences, trauma, or sacred plant medicine. The signal breaks through. The code reboots. Now here's where it gets wild. The body isn't the cage. It's the vehicle. A torus field. A self-sustaining loop of energy that broadcasts and receives data from the quantum field. Your heart is the engine. Your brain is the filter. Your soul is the driver. You are holographically connected to everything. Stars, symbols, sound. Even your organs operate in harmonic resonance with planetary frequencies. This is not spiritual poetry. It's physics. It's sacred design. You ever notice how babies see things we don't? Laugh randomly? Cry for no reason? That's because they're still in the code, still tuned into the signal, until the programming kicks in and they start to forget. But deep in your subconscious, that original blueprint still exists. And when you align your thoughts, when you breathe with intention, when you visualize light reactivating every cell, you don't become something new. You return to what you've always been. Here's a truth bomb most people miss. You were never disconnected from source. You were just tuned to the wrong station. But your body, your field, it's still wired for direct transmission. All it takes is one choice. One moment of coherence. One breath that says, I remember. Say this now. I am not just a body. I am the code within it. I awaken the blueprint. I reclaim the design. You're not here to escape the body. You're here to activate the hue-man vessel and use it to reshape reality. And now that you've remembered your design, let's break another illusion, one that's been sold even in the spiritual world. You've heard it before. Join the group meditation. Let's all raise the planet's vibration together. Collective energy is stronger. But here's what nobody tells you. Most group energy work fails. Why? Because intention without internal clarity is just noise. You can't amplify confusion and expect it to create coherence. Picture this. 10 people enter a room to meditate on peace, but 7 of them are carrying trauma, rage, silent resentment. Their thoughts are scattered, their energies clogged. Now the frequency, chaotic, jammed, distorted. And what happens when you amplify distortion? You create more of it. This is why many global meditations don't create real shifts, because the purity of the signal matters more than the number of signals. You don't just need numbers, you need alignment. And here's the wild part. If you're clear, if your heart is stable, if your thoughts are clean, you alone are stronger than a crowd in conflict. Because the quantum field doesn't reward volume. It rewards coherence. It responds to clarity, consistency, emotional honesty. So if you've ever wondered why a group ritual didn't work for you, this is why. It's not because collective intention is a lie. It's because collective distortion drowns out intention every time. Here's what works. Heal your inner world first. Clean your signal. Then join the collective as a lighthouse, not a broken antenna. Say, I purify my signal before I amplify it. My coherence creates impact. My clarity leads the field. This is the level no one talks about, but you get it now. Because you're not here to just blend in with group energy. You're here to lead it by embodying alignment. Next up, we go back in time to show you that this knowledge, it's not new, it's ancient, hidden in plain sight. Let me prove it. This truth you're remembering? It's not a trend. It's not new age fluff. It's ancient, buried, whispered, hidden in symbols across time. They've always known. Let's start in Egypt. The Egyptians spoke of the Ka and Ba, 2 parts of the soul. The Ba was your conscious self. The Ka, your double, your energetic twin, the one who walked beside you in the unseen. Sound familiar? Now jump to Christian mysticism, not the version they edited, but the hidden one. Early teachings said, Christ in you, the hope of glory. not above, not outside, in you. The Gospel of Thomas, banned and buried, says, "If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. But if you don't, it destroys you." Now listen, this isn't metaphor. This is quantum alignment encoded in ancient language. The Sufis knew too. They called it the beloved self, a part of you that exists beyond ego, guiding you in silence. The connection comes not through logic, but vibration. And the Taoists, they mastered it without words. Wu Wei, non-doing, not laziness, effortless alignment with the field, acting in tune with the unseen pattern of life, letting the river of energy flow through you, not around you. Different names, different cultures, one truth. You are not a mistake. You are not lost in time. You are part of a legacy of souls who remembered, who knew there was more. This isn't a new idea. It's a memory waking back up in your bones. Say it now. I reclaim the ancient wisdom encoded in me. I am part of a timeless truth. I remember. And here's what's crazy. Even with all this wisdom encoded in our DNA, most people still block their own power, every single day. Why? Because they ignore what we're diving into next. The unseen habits, thoughts, and feelings that quietly sabotage your entire reality. Let's get into it. You can have the knowledge, the practices, the vision boards, but if you don't eliminate these silent destroyers, you're unknowingly jamming your own signal. Let's expose the most common quantum blockers. And I promise you've done at least one of these this week. Number 1, doubt. Sounds harmless, right? But in the quantum field, doubt is a frequency mismatch. It's like placing an order, then immediately canceling it. Every time you say, "But what if it doesn't work?" you send the field a mixed signal. And what does the field do with mixed signals? Nothing. It stalls. Number 2, fear. Fear is more than emotion. It's a frequency poison. It floods your field with static. It makes your double panic. It closes your intuition. You can't receive clear downloads while broadcasting fear. It scrambles the message, blocks the timeline. And listen, this doesn't mean you'll never feel fear. But the second you let it control your actions, you lose alignment. Number 3, wanting. Here's the big one. And it sounds spiritual, but it's not. I want to be rich. I want love. I want purpose. Sounds harmless, but it's vibrating in lack. The field hears, I don't have this. I'm separate from this. I am incomplete. That keeps the thing you want just out of reach. Now hear this carefully. You don't manifest by wanting. You manifest by being. The emotion comes first, not second. You feel the state before it arrives. Not to fake it, but to match it. Wanting is distance. Being is access. So what do? You clear the blockers daily. Ask yourself, where am I doubting myself right now? What am I afraid to believe is possible? Am I wanting this or being the version of me who already has it? Then speak this into your field. I release all doubt. I neutralize fear. I no longer want. I align. I receive. I become. You're not here to beg the universe. You're here to broadcast clarity and let the universe mirror you. Because when your signal is pure, the results are instant. And if you don't believe me? Next, I'm going to show you real stories from people like you. People who felt stuck, afraid, uncertain. And the moment they aligned, everything changed. Let's get real now. This isn't just theory. This isn't just cool ideas. People are living this. Ordinary people, just like you, who finally said enough and stepped into alignment. And when they did, reality bent in their favor. Let me tell you about Daniel. For months, he was stuck in a dead-end job, emotionally flatlined. He watched videos like this one, nodded along, but didn't apply the practices. Then one night he tried the quantum night reset. Simple, quiet, No candles, no crystals, just intention. He said, I choose clarity, I choose opportunity. Double, reset my path, show me. The next morning, an email. A job he never applied for. Remote. Double the income, something he used to dream about. Coincidence? No, it was alignment. Then there's Jasmine. She'd been trying to manifest love for years. Vision boards, full moon ritual. Nothing stuck. She tried the 72-hour window, picked one vision, locked it in, spoke it out loud. I'm already loved, I'm already safe, I don't chase. It comes to me. Within 3 days, an old friend reappeared. They reconnected. Now they're engaged. It didn't magically appear. She aligned with the version of herself that already had it. And maybe the most shocking, Marcus battled chronic illness. Doctors gave him labels, no answers. He felt like a prisoner in his own body. He began using hue frequency meditation. Every morning, light breathing, color work, pure intention. He said nothing changed at first, but then the pain faded. Energy returned. He felt like himself again, for the first time in years. Not because the meditation healed him, because he became the healed version, and the body followed the field. These stories aren't hype, they're proof. You don't have to try harder, you have to align deeper. Say this now. If they can shift, so can I. Their breakthrough proves mine is possible. This is your confirmation. You're not waiting anymore. You're remembering, you're reclaiming, you're stepping in. And next, we land this plane. Let's talk about the ultimate truth most forget. You are not here to follow reality. You are here to author it. Let's activate. Here's what no one ever told you growing up. You weren't born to obey reality. You were born to write it, not as some poetic idea, as a literal function of who and what you are. The quantum field isn't out there. It's all around you, through you, responding to you. Call it God, source, unified consciousness. It doesn't matter. The field doesn't care what you call it. It cares what you broadcast. And here's the secret. Every thought is a prayer. Every emotion is a command. Every reaction is a signal. So the question isn't, will the universe answer me? The question is, what am I unconsciously asking for? When you feel unworthy, the field says, got it. Let's reflect that. When you feel powerful, clear, in flow, it says, understood. Here's the matching reality. You're not a victim of what's showing up. You're a mirror of what's been going on internally. But you were never meant to do this alone. That's why the quantum double exists. It's not some mystical twin. It's your extended self. It handles timelines, potentials, echoes your state across dimensions. When you tune into it, when you align with clear, undistorted energy, you become unshakable. You stop reacting to chaos. You start orchestrating coherence. And here's what changes. Money stops running from you. Love stops eluding you. Ideas, opportunities, healing, they find you. Not because you begged, not because you earned it, but because you finally aligned with it. That's how this works. You're not here to worship the field. You are the field, experiencing itself through form. You're not a broken soul trying to heal. You're a powerful signal remembering your frequency. Say this now out loud. I am not a puppet of fate. I am a co-creator in the field of God. I don't chase. I choose. I don't ask. I align. This is the final piece. And now that you know who you are, there's only one thing left to do. Activate it. You've been shown the ancient truths, the quantum mechanics, and the real stories of people who've aligned with their true selves. And you can't unknow what you now know. This is more than just a video. It's a transmission. You're not here by accident. You're here because you were always meant to remember. So here's your challenge. Simple, but not easy. For the next 72 hours, put everything into practice. No skipping, no doubting, no negotiating. Do this fully, honestly, and consistently. Quantum night reset, every night before sleep. Speak to your double. Reset the signal. Hue frequency meditation. Each morning. Start your day in alignment. No more scattered vibes. Recode ritual, even just once. Burn the old, write the new. Speak it into the field. One clear vision, hold it steady. No contradictions, no second guessing, not just hoping, becoming. That's it. If you commit to this, every single step, changes will follow. Maybe big, maybe small, but real. You will feel them. And when you do, you'll know. You've officially stepped out of the old reality and into the one you were born to create. Now, to lock this in, comment below, I am a hue-man creator. Not just for you, but to anchor this signal across the field. To let the universe know, I remember, I choose, I claim. And share this message. Someone in your life is still asleep, still doubting, still seeking power outside of themselves. This might be the key to waking them up. Time is short, noise is rising. They're trying harder than ever to erase this truth, but now you know. And once you know, you are responsible. So ask yourself, what will you do with this power today? Not someday, not later, right now. Because the quantum doesn't wait, the field is listening. Your double, it's already moving. This is your signal, this is your call, this is your moment. Follow our second channel for deeper dives into these revelations, and sign up for our community newsletter for more empowering knowledge and guides. This is your moment. See you on the other side.